Hello everyone. This presentation is about typesetting mathematical equations on LaTeX. There are two types of mathematical equations that we come across. One is the inline equation. Number two is the displayed equation. An inline equation is one where this equation is set inside a statement or a theorem. Just like Einstein's mass energy relation states that E equal to mc squared. Suppose if we want to typeset this, we begin as the document class is article. We start the document by saying begin document and end document. Within the begin and end statements, we type the statement as Einstein's mass energy relation states that E equal to mc squared. Note that E equal to mc squared is typeset between two dollar symbols. C squared is written as C cap 2. Other variables are written as such. So when we try to run this using the run symbol here, what appears is this. You can see the output written here. You can see that the equation is embedded inside this statement. This is how we write an inline equation. Now, what is the syntax for it? Suppose if we have lot of mathematical equations, what kind of packages do we use? We begin the document class as article. This can be book or a paper where you find such equations appearing very frequently. The document begins with this statement, begin document, and we say this is my first document. This is a simple example with no extra parameters or packages included. Then we end the document. When you type this, what appears is an paragraph without any equations or parameters included. Now when we try to use the package AMS Math, we'll be able to put mathematical equations just like this example as the simple math document. So the syntax is document class is article, use package AMS Math, begin the document. This is my first document with an equation. So we say begin equation. Just like we begin a document with begin document, we begin an equation with begin equation. The equation written within flowered parenthesis. A equal to B plus C. This is my equation. And then we say end equation. And then we say end document. So when you typeset this, it is written here. When you try to run this, you get this output. This is my first document. A equal to B plus C with an equation number given here. Suppose if you don't want this equation number, all you have to do is put an asterisk symbol right after this equation class. Let us see how do we do this. You can see an asterisk symbol here. So when you have an asterisk symbol after equation, you should also have it after the end statement. Now when you do this, you can see that the equation number is removed. So we can have equation with numbered ones or without numbers by just using this asterisk symbol. Now suppose if you have long equations, what do we do? Long equations look very unpleasant in a sentence. So it is very nice to wrap them into multiple statements. So wrapped equations have a disadvantage because they are wrapped, their readability becomes lesser. So what are the rules of thumb when you wrap equations? Wrap an equation before this equal to sign or any operator. If operator and equal to sign are present, it is better to wrap before the equal to sign than the operator. Wrapping before addition or subtraction operator is better than wrapping before a multiplication operator. Other types of wrapping can be avoided as and when possible. So there are some reference guides for writing Greek letters. So Greek letters often appear in the equations like alpha, beta, gamma and so on. So if you want the output that is on the right hand side, how do we code them? You just write them within a / followed by the Greek alphabet written. For example, alpha is spelled as ALPHA. So if you want to have the output as alpha, you simply say /ALPHA. Suppose if you want to have the output as beta, you say /beta, gamma, epsilon and so on. This is the reference guide for Greek letters. Similarly, we have reference guide for binary operators. Like you have these operators here. These can be invoked by the codes that are present on the left hand side, like times, O plus, cup, cap, and so on. Similarly, we also have the guide for relational operators. Relational operators like greater than, lesser than, contained, not contained, and so on. The ones on the right hand side is the output. The code for them, the respective codes for them is given on the left hand side. Other operators like integral is given by /int. If it is a circular integral, it is given by OINT. If it is a sum, then it is invoked by /sum. If it is a product, it is invoked by /product. Now, if you want to do lot of exercises with LaTeX, you can go to this website www.sharelatex.com and you can find lot of reading material that is presented here. You can have mathematical expressions. You can try to note how the brackets and parentheses are used. How do we use superscripts and subscripts? What is the spacing in the math mode? What is the display style in the math mode? How do we typeset mathematical fonts? What are the Greek letters and math symbols? What is the cheat sheet for that? The list of operators, the fractions, binomials, and many more. So kindly visit Share LaTeX for learning more about typing mathematical equations. Nevertheless, there are reference texts where you can readily go and read for typesetting mathematical equations. The ones that are in green are used for beginner level text, and those are in red for intermediate level or once you get practice to. Like these books are the ones that are popularly used. The first one is A General Introduction to TeX by TeX Users Group, written by Michael Doe. The second one is Beginner's Introduction to Typesetting with LaTeX by Peter Flynn. First Steps in LaTeX by George Greitzer represents a very extensive note on mathematical work. The one book that is famous with all beginners is the not so short Introduction to LaTeX 2 or the second edition by Tobias. Frank Mittelbach and others have also written the LaTeX Companion, which is also very famous. Text for the Impatient, written by Paul Abrahams and others, is published by Edison Wesley Longman for the intermediate level. George Greitzer has written a lot about math and to LaTeX in his book, and the final book, which is LaTeX, a Documentation Preparation System by Leslie Lamport, is a seminal text for learning LaTeX. Hope you enjoy typing mathematical equations in LaTeX. Thank you.